Alright, folks, let's dive in. In our recent meetings, we've explored how various global languages are fading away, and today, I'm highlighting another element that impacts both languages and their speakers: technology, with a special focus on digital tech. To shed light on this, we'll discuss the Welsh language, used by approximately 562,000 people, primarily residing in Wales, a country on the island of Great Britain. The challenge for Welsh isn't about the quantity of its speakers, even though it's relatively modest. It's also not about losing words to English. Interestingly, Welsh's lexicon is constantly expanding because when there's a need for a new term, speakers often invent one instead of borrowing. This makes Welsh quite unique. It has remained relatively unchanged over centuries, but is still capable of accommodating modern concepts, including those tied to computers and digital tech. For example, the Welsh term for computer is cyfrifiadur, which translates directly as to compute. It's a fitting name, reflecting the precise function of the device. Then there's the word for email, which is a bit tricky to pronounce. Welsh is thriving and evolving, but there's a significant concern: the younger generation is deeply immersed in the digital realm, which is largely dominated by English. Consider the impact of smartphones, a relatively recent invention, yet today their constant presence in young people's lives for reading, entertainment, gaming, listening to music, and more. This exposure is beneficial for fostering bilingual abilities, but the overwhelming presence of English online is astonishing and swift. For older generations, this shift is less alarming as they're already proficient in Welsh. However, for the youth, the situation is somewhat disconcerting. Educators report that in Welsh secondary schools, playground chatter may happen entirely in English, and teachers of younger students have noticed instances where kids find it easier to describe images in English rather than in Welsh. This trend poses a real danger of the younger population drifting away from their native language. This phenomenon isn't exclusive to Welsh, but impacts other European languages too. While tech companies might offer options like French in their platforms, it's much harder for them to cater to a language spoken by as few people as a small French city. Another challenge for Welsh is its complex grammar, which tech giants are currently overlooking. So, what actions is the Welsh government taking? Significant funds are being directed into a language technology initiative, aiming to develop Welsh-based applications and digital platforms, though it's clearly a tough battle. On the bright side, Welsh remains the official language of education and governance. It has survived for centuries, and experts believe its future within this nation is secure. However, it's undeniable that it's becoming a secondary option for the youth. This situation prompts critical questions. As language is deeply intertwined with cultural identity, could young Welsh speakers lose touch with their heritage? Another concern for the Welsh government is whether children growing up bilingual but not fully fluent in either language can effectively express themselves